Hello and welcome to NRI News 24/7. This is Rizwan Syed, your host for today. We have with us Mr. Viraj from Madrid, who is a renowned architect and a global Indian. He was recently awarded a Global Indian Award by Silver Edge Utopia. Namaste and welcome to this conversation, Viraj.
Namaste. I'm honored to be here to have this interview with you, sir. And it would be, I would say, a very good talk that I'm expecting. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Welcome once again. So Viraj, how does this Global Indian Award impact you as a person and within your professional network?
Firstly, I would say as a person, it has had I would say, a positive impact, a motivational impact. It does count when you get recognized at an early age of your career. And I think this is what is the most important part, apart from the work I have been doing as a person or the journey that I have been carrying since I'm out of India. So as a person, yes, it is, I think, a very motivational step, I would say, which came through my career. And I really, really thank Silver Edge Utopian Group for this honor. And as a profession, yes, I work into architecture and urban planning. So yes, as a profession, this has given us a wider perspective about how the urban design, how the architecture, eventually impacts one's life, and how it does play an important role in the development of a human in every aspect, social, civic, a business aspect, or even that case for a growing India, as a developing country. So yes, it has impacted, and that is what we really, really need as a developing country, to boost these things. So yes.
Well, it's real good to know that this particular award has had a positive impact on you as an individual, and it is also impacting very positively on your professional avenues. This said, now, as you are an architect, I understand that you are well connected with design, with curating, and with creating. So considering the avenues that are connected with architecture, do you see any collaborations for your business and your skills with the Indians or the Indian community as large?
Oh, yes, of course. I would say that this is the most important aspect that I carry through my designs, through my design thinking process. And this has always been my inspiration, since, as I mentioned before, that it has been 11, 12 years now that I left India. But then that was the only, I would say, link that how, as an architect, how, as a designer, you can make that impact on India, And just talking about India, we talk about 1,400 million. I mean, this is something which is a very, very big crowd and a lot of development to go upon. So I would say that this journey has been a journey of learning, experimenting, researching, investigating, building, doing some errors, but then again waking up, because that is a learning process. So I would say, as a youngster who came with 22 years, went out of India to do post-graduation, and then eventually, apart from architecture, I'm also an entrepreneur. So it has been a perfect combination between the two. And as an architect, it is a dream come true, where you balance your art, with I would say, engineering, let's say it that way. That is what it is about. So this has been a completeness, I would say, as a wholeness, when I start to see things, very, very when I start to see things, very clear, when you get a good perspective, when you're at a certain stage of your career, as a millennial. We talk about 34% of India's population who's a millennial. That is 440 million. And this is something that we need to understand, that today, we as Indians, we as a young country, one of them as a millennial, this is our generation, this is our, era, and how we can make a positive, how we can make a optimistic, and how you can not only learn and inspire, but what you can also give back to the youngsters in India. So this is something I would say has been a very important role for me, and having a recognition for that, I would say this has only been inspiring me to work harder.
Well, thank you so much, Viraj, for having this conversation with us. We definitely hope to see your engineered art connect with the Indian millennials and impact the country. So thank you once again, and we hope to stay connected with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.